And we are live. Awesome. We are? Yes, we are. Great. Let's wait for people to get here, and we start with our plan for today, which is keep modeling some more, and then start on UVs. Alrighty. Let me see. Let me put Houdini in its where it should be. Because it's cutting a little bit. There. A little bit more. There. Alrighty. That works. My camera is a little bit too low, I guess. Alrighty, so we are. Is my camera dirty? Seems like a bit dirty. So we are live again, and haven't gotten the notification. Hopefully people are getting notified, but I don't see people getting here. Weird. All right, so anyway, we're gonna have to start, or just wait a little bit, see what happens. In the meantime, we will I'll tell you guys that I'm happy. If you haven't seen the video, I just uploaded a video about 10,000 subscribers, which is already almost 11,000, which is great. I never thought we will have so much subscribers to this. This is super amazing. Seems like YouTube didn't send the notification yet. Anyway, so in the meantime, I'm gonna switch back to Houdini. And before we start, actually, as always, this stream is presented by Mix Training. If you like our training here, what we do here for videos and all that stuff, I can tell you we have more training on our site. There we go. We have really good training, and I'm preparing some more training. I just finished a project that it's gonna be started recording maybe today or tomorrow, and will be out in a few weeks, maybe in 1 or 2 weeks, which is amazing. I love it. It's really nice. But please go to Mix3RN and support us if you like the content we are doing here. Support us by buying some training from us, which is great. It keeps us on business, and we can keep doing this amazing stuff, helping you guys. All right, so I was testing the new Megascans plugin. By the way, if you haven't seen that, I can happily tell you that it works on Linux. Yes, it does. So that's great. It works on Linux. That's what I am interested most of the time. So I'm gonna open my scene that I've been working on. Hey Martin, what's up? So I'm gonna tell you the plan for today. So the plan for today is I'm gonna finish just the head, and I'm gonna leave because I didn't have time to model anything else as I was planning to. My plan was to finish the modeling off screen and start with texturing today, but with UVs actually. But since I didn't finish that, I'm going to just finish the head and get it to a good good finish state, let's say. And then we're gonna start with UVs, and then I'm gonna finish the model for next week, and that's what we're gonna do today. Hey Tim, hey, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm really happy about all you guys being here. Really, really, really amazing. All right, so let me save a version of this in, and I'm gonna concentrate on the head. Gonna hide this area. Don't really need that. Oh, my Houdini is not big enough actually. Let me restart it. Just give me a second to do that. And people's getting here. Hey Grant, what's up, Grant? How are you? Where is my Houdini environment? Oh, it is that scale. Weird. That scale is set. I'm not sure what I did wrong. There we go. Okay, maybe I didn't restart Houdini before. Okay. Seems like it's working now. Back to Houdini. LearnDay webinars version 3. Hey, thank you. Yeah, I'm happy about. Let's get let's get some 15,000 more so we can get into that YouTube program. I think they sent me an email about they were trying to help education channels, but I need to have 25,000. Oh, that one. Then let me pick with the big, that one. Yeah, it's great, right? I had it over there in the other place, but since we painted there and my wife moved there, I moved it over here because it has to be there. And I have the Pixar ball there as well. And Woody's over there drinking some beers, but SpongeBob, some other stuff is over there. Where did I get that pendant from? Actually, I think a friend gave it to me from SIGGRAPH LA. I wasn't at SIGGRAPH that year actually, and a friend brought me like a bag with a ton of stuff from SIGGRAPH, which is great. All right, so let's concentrate on the head. As I said, let's find where the head is, which is this stream here, seems like. All right, but there's some more parts of this. Am I back? I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening right now. Can you guys see me now? Seems like I'm back. Cool. Awesome. Hold on, let me let me get my stuff back. Woo. Hey, sorry. Yeah, there was a power outage and my light is off now. So suddenly lights went off and it lasted for, I don't know, 10 seconds, but the whole studio got shut down. Well, everything. And I had to restart. Thankfully, YouTube kind of keeps it rolling, and yep, All right, we're back. I'm back. Sorry for that. We are back. Let me put the live chat over here. So yeah, live streaming, eh? Alrighty. We can go back to what we were doing. Cool. Let me entertain you. Let's see what. Oh, crap. Need to restart Houdini again because my NAS wasn't ready when I started Houdini. Do I know anything about Redshift 3? Nope. I have no idea what's happening with Redshift. I'm not on the beta. I have no connection at all with that. So no, I know nothing about Redshift that you guys don't know. If you know something, tell me. Yeah, I have no inside knowledge. Come on. What's happening? Oh, I know what. Sorry. Hold on a second, guys. My drives didn't mount. That's what's happening. There we go. There. All right. Yep. Now it should work. Hey, Amos. What's up? Kevin. What's up, Kevin? Yeah. This is working now. You guys just missed the blackout. We got a total blackout here. The stream went down, the lights went off. It was fun. We're back, actually. It was great. All right, let me go back to Houdini. We're back. We're back. All right, so we have a few parts of the head that I'm going to merge into one single part. So let's just put another merge here. Put all these guys here. These are the parts of the head, the eye. Oh, why do I have those two like that? That's wrong. That's the head, and then there should be another part that is the jaw. Where's that? Where is that part, actually? Whoa, it's not there. Did we break the file? Did we lose it? It's here. Oh, yeah, it's this connection that I removed, actually. I was wrong about that. Thought that was the same part, but it wasn't. Leave it there. And you gotta pick it up. You gotta pick it up, Amos, because we are going to start with UVs really soon. So, all right, I'm gonna do this part of the head. So, let's bring the modeling reference. I'm gonna use my own reference loaded now. Job references pickup. All right, so Pika has this. This is the only part that I want to do now. This area here on the face, and then after that, we're just gonna move on. So, all right, I'm gonna do it here. I'm gonna hide that. Leave this guy there. Maybe do that. And I need like a loop here around here. So I could do a few things. I could extrude this part in, or I could just make a loop there. So this is one idea. I'm going to try it, see what happens here. Poly extrude. I could do that and have a loop like that, but I will have issues with the faces inside. So if I'm gonna do that, I should remove those faces inside, which are not actually gonna be seen in this. It's kind of a black area there inside, so we could actually go with this idea. Let's select the whole row with this. Oh, I don't want to select all that, just here to A here. How's that selection? Like this. Come on, work for me. Here and here. Oh, shift. I was pressing control instead of shift, sorry. So there we go. Just selected that. And if you don't know, you can select sections. Selecting the one face and then press Shift A. And then just, you can see even it will follow your mouse. Shift A, and you can see it's following the mouse like it's drawing a line. So it's actually gonna select that loop. So I want to select from here to here, so I just press Shift A, and you can see I just I didn't actually click the wrong thing. Select this, press Shift A, and click here, and it just selected that part that I want. So now let's do that extrude. We need that there. I think I'm going to move this part here back a little bit, make it mirror. M to switch the orientation of the handle, and open it up a little bit like that. Now I'm gonna extrude it up. S and 4, Shift A to select that loop. Q to repeat. Oh no, Q was move. So let's just extrude forward. And I want to give it an inset. It's in, and I want to scale it as well. Scale it in a little bit. There we go. I think that's how it's supposed to look. I'm gonna scale it up a little bit on the X axis. That's the Y axis, sorry. And this axis, like that. And I think the extrude is a little bit too big. Bring it back a little bit more. And that's it. I'm gonna round the head a little bit. This here, these points over there, I don't want those. Let me turn off. I want to round the head a little bit more. And I think that's it for now. We could fill the inside, but I don't think we're gonna need to, because it's just dark in there. Or let's see what happens later. If we need to, we just fill it up, and we have some surface there. But right now, I think it's okay. Or we can just put something else dark there that it's gonna cover that. Let's see how this is gonna look when we subdivide it. And yeah, it's looking good. It's not holding the corners, which is something that we need to add. So we need to add some divisions in these corners. some divisions in this corner. Let's see how I want to do this, because if I just add a loop here, it's gonna go all the way to the other side, which might not be that bad, because this head is not actually gonna be deformed. This is like an armature, so it's not gonna be deformed. So we can try and do it like this: Q to repeat, and Q to repeat, like there. Let's see how it looks. All right, it's getting there. So now we need some other loops in this direction there, and we need another one in. Oh, it's already there. Okay, let's put another one in this side. So you can see that it's kind of looking like what we have here. It's not gonna look perfect, but it's gonna be close, and we don't want to just make it completely exactly the same. We want to have some creative input, let's call it. Let's grab these points. I want to move this a little bit back and raise the soft radius a little bit. I want to see my wireframe. Not that much, just a little. Maybe the same over here. Let me try it. Nah, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. So that's gonna be kinda our P.E.K.K.A head. It's not the same, but it's similar again. I don't want to do that much, just a little bit. Could try raising this point, getting it to look more like that, but now it's gonna look weird. And since we have this weird point there, commit, let's reduce that. Could try to get it to be more round at the top, but I don't want to spend all the time just on that. Let me just try to move these points back, give it a little bit more roundness, and we're gonna call it done. Yeah, it's too pointy. Too pointy. Super pointy. Don't want that pointy-ish head there. These points are a little bit too low now. Oh, mirror. Mirror the other side. See the result. It's kind of there. This point is too low. I think that's gonna work for now. I'm not gonna stress this out because I want to keep moving with this. Actually, we want another division here below this, so let's add one here. There we go. Yes, that works. No, I don't like this point now. I'm gonna have to move it back with some soft radius and mirror. Did the mirror take? Yes, thank you, Houdini, for being great. All right, so that's gonna be that part of the helmet. Let's go and finish. Let me collapse all that. I'm not gonna modify that anymore. These guys are going to be modified. Head. Let's see this. I want this to be thicker. I'm not just gonna take my liberties here, and I want this to be a little bit smaller in the radius. Actually, both radius. I'm gonna hug that horn a little bit more. Now, before we mirror it, let's do the same thing that we've been doing. Put in a subdivider and adding some extra loops to that, so we can actually call it done. Because right now it's super. Actually, you know what? Since it's a lot old, it seems to be like really kind of faceted with round edges. I can just do a poly bevel. Poly bevel. Put it to round and raise the distance, and you can see that it's gonna give me that look like that. You can see it, when you see the subdivided version, it gives you that look, but it's giving us some weird thing over here. Let's try changing the round. Let's change it to solid. Is it? No. Crease. What's the one that I want? Chamfer? No. Round. There we go. I wanted to get that solid there. No, it's not solid. It's crease. That's the one I want. There we go. So I want the subdivision to get onto the do the roundness, not this guy. So basically, I just added those loops where I want them in a very fast way. And if the director or someone says that's too tight, make it a little bit more round, you can just go back to this node and just do it like that. And is that all right? What about a little bit more? There we go. And just one node just makes the whole thing go, and we mirror it, and it's done. I think this piece is totally done. It totally is done. So let's just Shift C to collapse that and call these horn holders, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to stress this out. This is the horns, and the horns, I'm gonna leave the horns as they are. They are finished. Let's consider these guys finished. I think they have a edge that it's flipped here, or what's happening here. Let's go inside here. Oh, they have a subdivision here, which I don't want to have it here. I want to remove that. I will add it general for the whole thing. So I'm just gonna put a polyfill, to fill this. I wanna, yes, quad grid, and you can see that that's the magic of Houdini, baby. I didn't have to do anything for that. That was totally free. And I do want to add, actually, let's just put that subdivision back. I want to hold this shape here on the edge. So again, we use the edge loop. So I want to hold that edge like that. And I also want to select these faces here. Let me select, change to laser. Yeah, laser, it's good. When I'm on my tablet, I like to put it on laser to just kind of paint what I'm selecting instead of clicking. So I have 4 primitives selected. I'm just gonna poly extrude this, and not really doing anything, just inset this in to have an edge there, an extra edge there, just to give make it the geometry a little bit more clean. And seems like the horns have these edges here, so we could try adding some of those with edge loops, actually, like doing that, and maybe adding another one. Sorry, here. That would just kind of make it a little bit tighter in those areas. Maybe put another. We already have one down there. So you can see it's a little bit pointy in those areas, which is good. So we just mirror that and they're finished. All right, so we're finishing stuff. Awesome. We are finishing stuff. So let's start removing stuff that it's finished. This is the helmet. Let's put it here, here, and move this guy here. We can even start maybe coloring these guys. Like, let's put it to green because they are finished. Let's go to the mouth, and the mouth, it's not finished. Let's put a subdivision. See what we have here, and put it 2. You can see my workflow, it's just very similar. I'm gonna explode this. You can actually just go here and say actions, extract contents, and you can see everything inside there came back. Basically like ungrouping that. And I'm gonna just add loops to this as well. You can see everything we already had. It's working. We just adding loops to this stuff. So I don't know why I did a polybevel there. Let me remove that, and I don't. All right, I want to have some more definition here in this part here, but I don't have an edge there to do that, so I'm gonna have to divide it here. What happened there? Okay, put another one there. I need to this corner as well, right? This is not the best way to do it if you have if you're gonna deform these areas, but since we're not gonna deform those areas, I'm gonna just go with this. And you can see this is really hard here because I have all those edges there, so what I'm gonna do is just move those guys. Just move them. Let's see if a slide on surface works for this. Yeah, slide on surface just wants me to do one at a time, which is just crazy. That is crazy. Slide on surface. Let's try with edges. Yeah, still just wants me to. Now, doesn't work with edges, seems like, which is horrible. All right, I'm not gonna use slide on surface. I'd rather just move them by hand. Just move them. Oh, slide on surface is on. Give me my handle back. Yeah, slide on surface is buggy. Look at that. The handle is somewhere else now. Alright, so all this stuff, it's gonna be bunched there together really badly, so I don't want that. Let me select points. Let let me see if I can't actually smooth this area. Or just do it manually. I don't know. Sometimes it's just better if you just do it manually. Let me change my selection to box because it's giving me a hard time selecting there. Alrighty, I think that's gonna be good for now. Alright, and that's gonna be embedded into the chest, so we're not gonna see that. So I think we need another edge loop at the bottom. Like that, yeah, that was missing. Awesome, so there's an edit here. I don't know why this edit is there. Let's get rid of it because we don't need it anymore. And that is the mouth. Another piece finished. Let's collapse this guy. Call it mouth. And tinted green. And the only thing missing now is the eye, right? So let's move this node over here. There we go. Look at that. It's looking good. We have some weird bend here. We could try to fix that or take advantage of it. There's two paths to that. I actually want to go back to these holders here and make them bigger. And the power of Houdini says that I can do that. Look at that. I could do it. I can actually, let me just get a parameters for that and go back here so I can see it in context, and I can just make this bigger because Houdini. Can you do that in other applications? No. I think the horns now are a little bit inside. So let's move them. Just I don't want to mirror. I don't want to have that there. Sorry. I'm not sure why I had that. Let me move the horns out a little bit. And yeah, that's good. The eye, it's a little bit big. This is the eye. Needs to be kind of like that. I think it's too big now, right? Maybe it's too flat. I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna need that back part there because yeah, the mouth is too low as well. We're gonna need the back part there. So let's go down back to the helmet actually and recreate that inside area. So we have these polygons going this direction. Let's go all the way down here. Let's move this guy. Let's see what we have. All right, we have these polygons that are not united there. They're not merged. Sorry. These guys. So I'm gonna split this with the poly split. I'm gonna put one here, 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 and there. Enter, and then I'm going to just repeat to close this there, and from there to there. So we have quads there, like that. And then I'm going to delete these faces actually. S4 to select faces. I'm gonna delete all that ring there. I don't need that ring. I'm going to fuse those points, those two, and I use a fuse node. Just modify the distance a little bit, and it seems like we have another edge here, which actually I'm gonna fuse it to that. So I'm gonna just reselect with this button, select those two guys, and those two are gonna go there, and those two is gonna go there. So enter, reduce the, you can see what's happening. Those 2 points are going there, and those 2 points are going there, and it's the inside and the bottom, so it's all right. So I'm just going to now select an edge here, like any edge here, and just do the polyfill again, and it's gonna fill that, and I'm gonna try to do it more beautiful. Let's save and change this to poly quadrilateral grid. It's gonna try to do a good job, but I think it's not gonna make it. All right, so let's try single polygon, and let's see what we have. So that's what we got. Let's try to fix it ourselves because it's a little bit complex, or we can just say just do the quadrilaterals and be happy with that. You can do that and just be like, it's gonna be a dark area there. If we just worry about that, we're never gonna be done. I just wanna, there's an edge already there. That's what I wanted. I'm not sure why I have, there. Yeah, I know why now. So this is why we had that ridge there in that area. This kind of a poking area. We could actually select these points and move them so we can remove that area. And I should be using mirror, so I don't have to be doing this twice, but I didn't, so now I'm gonna have to do it twice. Go back here and do this part. Like that. Oh crap. Why does this whatever, I'm gonna do it again. All right, so that should be good. Oh, I made it worse. Why did I move that in that direction? That was bad. Yeah, I could subdivide that better, but for now it's gonna have to work. All right, so that's the helmet. That's the helmet. It's connected to this subdivision. I'm gonna get this subdivision, put it here. So I'm gonna subdivide everything with this guy. So let's see how we are doing. Let me S3. I don't want to see points. There we go. So that's the that's good. That's looking good. The mouth, it's in the wrong place. I know that. Let me just delete that. No. So the mouth, it's this. So I'm just going to select all that. Just the mouth area. Move it. And go back here. I don't want that edit. It's wrong. This one. Okay. Already moved it up and it's looking okay. All right, that head, it's looking fine. This area is the one that I'm not happy about. So I could go back and do something with it. Let's go in here. Yeah, there's a huge bump here. I don't like that. is to mirror. Just trying to fix this area so we don't have a huge bump there. And I did it differently on the other side, so woohoo, this is fun. All right, just separating those more so we don't have that weird deformation there. All right, so for now that's gonna have to work because I can't spend all day there. And yeah, looks right, looks alrighty. Cool. Okay, so that's the head and it's finished. And you can see it looks alright, looks similar to what we're doing. So that's gonna be the head. All these parts are the head. So we can actually, if we want, we can collapse all these parts of the head into one single thing. Since I already merged them here, I don't want to merge them again over here. So I'm just gonna go cut these wires over there. Make it L4 layout. We have the head here, which is great. We could just group this, all these things, group it again, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Just put a null here and call this head. All right, so now that we have the head, let's look how let's see how it looks with the rest of the body. All right, it's good. Like it. The jaw, it's too wide. The jaw should be less wide. So let's just fix that now. Let's make it closer to the body. I like that. That's gonna be my jaw. All right, so that's the head. Cool, Martin. See you later, man. All right, so that's the head, and now we're gonna start doing UVs. And the way you do stuff in Houdini is, you can see we have all these parts, this all procedural stuff, right? So instead of going back to the actually, if we have this subdivision here, instead of doing the UVs here, what we're gonna do is actually do the UVs before this. That's great about Houdini because you can do your UVs before and you can subdivide it and it's gonna be great. And we're actually not gonna add this subdivision. That's gonna be added in that's gonna be added by the renderer. So we're not even gonna be doing that. We're just using this to visualize how it's gonna be rendered. So I'm really happy how this is textured right now. So I can see that the horns kind of have like this ramp going through the horn like that. So I'm gonna unwrap those. I don't think we need to unwrap this too finely because it's just one metal shader. It doesn't have like anything noticeable or whatever. So let's just call this Pekka, because why haven't I named this to actually it's mini Pekka. Let's do some UVs, and instead of doing them all again in one go, we're going to do it as we do it in Houdini. We're going to go back to the horns way before we mirror this, and we're going to do the UVs here because that's the way you do it. Where's my, come on, bring me back my, there we go. I want to keep it here. I want to have pick around. So let's show the edges, and here we're going to do the UVs. So I'm going to put a UV flatten node, and the UV flatten node tries to do some stuff because there's already UVs there from the start. If you press space 5, that's how I brought the UV editor there. I'm gonna make this bigger and maybe divide this. Maybe make this, maybe instead of 2 like that, let's do it like this, 2 like this, and make this the UVs. Makes this the 3D so you can see both things we're doing here. And the UV flatten, it's telling you where's your seams, and we can select the seams here with this button. This is the way I like to do it, because there is like a seams. If you go to the UV editing here, you can see there's a UV flatten here. But if you select it, it's asking you to select the polygons to flatten, and you need to select everything you want to flatten, or press N, then press enter, and then it says select the seams, and then you select the seams. And that's not how I would like to work really. So I just put the UV flatten here. It just want to work in everything, and I select the seams here. Just click here, and you get into edge selection mode. Press A. Keep A pressed while you middle click will select your loops, or double click. It works as well, but since I use this Wacom pen, it's difficult sometimes to double click, so I just use that. So that's gonna be one cut there, and I'm gonna cut it down here as well. Press Shift A. So it's going over here, so I don't want that. So what I'm gonna do is actually select it by hand, just by undo, Shift, select here, Shift A, click here, and that's how fast we selected those edges. And I'm gonna press enter, and now you can see that's the UVs we have there. I'm gonna change this to angle based, and not that great really. Let's see. Should we cut it along this way as well? I guess, right? We can cut it here. Seam cuts. This is the cut seams one. We can actually say here, let me cut these parts here. We can select, and you can see it's cutting while I'm selecting, which is not, I don't really like it that much because it starts moving like this, and you can see sometimes it just makes weird, seems like it's not cut but it's already cut, but all right, sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. Just click the repack and you can see now that's the pieces we have now. All right, as I said, there is like a gradient here from here to here, so I want the horns to be pointing up a little bit, so I'm gonna do that. I know this is the tip of the horn, so I'm gonna try to, yeah, so we cut it like that. It's kind of okay, but I actually wanted to go to this direction. Remove that. Remove that edge. I wanted to go in this direction. This edge over here. I don't know. I'm just trying to see where those UVs are gonna take me. Enter. Okay, that kind of seems like something that I can use. You can also straighten the UVs, like you can see there is this straighten UVs thingy. We could try that. but we're gonna distort the UVs, but it doesn't matter that much. But I'm gonna leave it like that for now. So what I'm gonna do now is I could use the UV layout to lay out the shapes here, but I actually want to have the horns pointing up because again I want to have that gradient that we can add later. So I'm gonna edit them by hands. So I'm just gonna put here a UV connected geometry, so we can select just by clicking this S4 and just click the whole thing. And I'm gonna edit if this was geometry. I'm gonna actually scale it down a little bit because I want to fit both of my horns in this direction. And I'm gonna move this guy out of the UVs for now. So let me just make this the whole thing so we can all see what's happening. Now this one, I'm gonna rotate it. Again, I want the horn to be pointing up. And yes, I'm gonna do something that it's wrong, but I want to have as much texture as possible with this guy. So I'm gonna scale them up. Just generally you don't have to do this stuff, but I'm doing it because I want to have like a gradient later that's gonna move along the horn. So I'm doing some crazy things, and since this is the inside of the horn, I don't really need it to be big at all actually. So just make it small and fit it there. So yeah, UVs is a lot of knowing what you need to do. Actually, I'm gonna move it over here because I want actually to not do this anymore, and select these two guys. Actually select the vertices, select vertices and edit those guys down, soft radius like that, because that was really twisted there. So I'm just doing this because I know what I want. I want this gradient go from here to here, basically when we are modifying this in Painter, Substance Painter, which is what we're gonna use. I just kind of straighten this a little bit. I could use the straighten tool with Houdini, but I don't want to just don't want this to be totally straight. So I'm just gonna be moving this a little bit. All right, I think those are good UVs for this. Hey Haman, hey Sex Syndicate, what's up? All right, so that's the UVs for that, and when we mirror this, we're gonna have the same UVs for that, which is great. So we can actually do a quick shade. Wow, there's some Quixel nose there. I didn't know that. So there we go. You can see we have a little bit of stretching and stuff, but I don't mind it that much because we're going to we're not giving kind of this detailed texture here, so there's not much that is going to be noticeable. And actually, whenever I'm going to be doing subdivided geometry or passing this geometry to Substance Designer or to Substance Painter, I always like to just give it one subdivision, and that's basically my low res, and that's how I like my geometry. I don't like it to be so low res. We're not in the 90s or the 80s when we needed to have that geometry so low. So these horn holders here, I don't know if we even need UVs for this, but I'm going to give them. UV flatten again. Select this guy. We're gonna cut on the corners just directly. Double click in there. You can see it's difficult for me to double click. Sometimes it's not possible. So that's why I just choose Shift A. Select that, select loop to cut, and press enter, and we are done. Just repack. That's it. We're done with those guys. If you subdivide them, they are. I'm just gonna give it one subdivision and leave it like that. And that's the UVs for that. The horns we already did. The helmet's gonna be the sphere doesn't need anything. I think it should have UVs. The sphere should have UVs, right? Doesn't have UVs? No. Let's see, UV texture. Give it just to have some UVs on it. We don't need it, but just so Substance Painter doesn't complain later. The mouth is gonna be simple as well. Just one subdivision for there, for that. UV flatten. You can see doing UVs in Houdini. It's actually really fast. I like the tools, and I'm not using the really advanced tools. I'm just using the basic tools. There's auto UV tools and etc. that I'm not using, but I like these tools. All right, so I have that. I'm gonna cut it here and here. May need to cut it maybe here, not all the way down, just there. Oh, deselected more than I wanted. There. Oh, there's another edge here. And enter. Space 5, repack, and that's my UVs. Yeah, I didn't cut there. Should cut this part in half actually. So let's go back. So this is basically what, all this all over here. Let's see, that there, it's running all the way here. Like that. Should cut here, and I'm not sure what part is that. Let's go back here. So now that I don't know exactly what part that is, let's cut it here. There. Repack. There we go. That's better. That part, I'm gonna cut this part as well. Whatever. Cut, cut, cut. Repack. Cool. All right. That works. That works for me. So now let's do the helmet. The helmet's gonna be the same thing. Helmet. Let's go back here. UV, flatten. Let's give it a subdivision. It's good, right? Yeah, we fixed everything. All right, just checking here. UV flatten. Dude, UVC is really simple in Houdini. All right, so I know I'm gonna cut all the bottom because it's the bottom. So I'm just gonna select the whole thing. That's gonna be my first cut. Maybe all the way in the corners. And I have to, I guess, just do that. Whoa. because that's gonna be how this is going to go. What happened? Did I mess up something? All right, I just restarted my picking session, and that's gonna be I know that I'm gonna cut this inside area. That doesn't matter to me because, again, remember that part is gonna be black. So we're just gonna go through all that like that. Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna have to cut here, so let's do it while we're here. That's not what I want, this one. And I know I'm gonna have to cut maybe here, but let's give it a go here and see what happens. Maybe when to cut over there. Let's give it a go. Space 2. No, which one? This is what? Didn't see the that doesn't have a shortcut. So repack. All right, that's not bad. It looks pretty nice actually. Yeah, I think that part is the one that I want to cut in two, because that's perfect. Those UVs are almost done. Just gonna cut up here from here to here. Enter. So we cut that part there. Repack. We can do a UV layout for this one. UV layout. The UV layout will be always better to lay out your UVs than just the UV flatten. And you have a lot of different options for that. So let's go back to one viewport, and this is looking good. Let me add some spacing. Where's the spacing? They changed this again. Target rectangles. Where's the spacing? Dude, where's the spacing? They changed this again. Let's look for it. Space. No. Edge. How's that thingy called? Damn it, they changed it again. Oh, it's the padding here. Sorry. Padding apply between islands and target. I just don't want them to be touching the edge of the like that. I don't want it to be touching the edge of the texture. I want them to have some space between them and the texture. But this one, you can see this one, it's kind of touching there, so it's not great. Just do rotations, whatever. Okay, that was better. That one's better. Cool. All right, that's a better distribution. But I'm going to that doesn't really mean much, because you can see I'm going to do another pass here after the whole head it's done. I'm gonna do another UV layout out here. That's what I actually wanted to do. You can see now I have the whole thing laid out here with one single node. I don't want, again, to have them, there we go, touching the edges. So there are some parts that I want to actually, now my horns are now not the way I wanted them to be. So maybe instead of doing this, I want to have the horns separately, and I guess the eye. I'm gonna have the horns be one separate UV material. Yeah, that's gonna be one material That's gonna be the horns and the eye, which this should be packed and called eye. And let's color that green. So this is gonna be one material, and the head's gonna be another material, which is gonna be the all the metal parts. So I don't lose the UVs I already did for the horns. So this is gonna be the head. This layout looks alright for the head, but I don't know, the jaw looks pretty big and the head looks pretty small. Why? There we go. I needed to do the scaling to they match their actual scales of the model. Can you do UDIMs in Houdini? Of course you can do UDIMs. Houdini is one of the best applications to do UDIMs. Yes, you can. I don't use UDIMs, but you can. There's your space there if you want them. There's actually, I think there is an option here for UDIMs. I don't remember where, but yeah, there is UDIM. No, it's not here. But yeah, there are packing. I remember there was some options for UDIMs, but yeah, you can do UDIMs, of course. All right, so this UV layout actually, it's kind of I'm not liking it that much, because this guy, it's, look at that, this guy, it's just not being so good actually. Why? All right, that one looks better. Okay, cool. Renaming UVs is a pain though. I haven't used UDIMs, so I don't know. I don't know if that's true. All right, so the head, it's UV mapped, and we are going to merge these two guys. Merge. This is gonna be let's call this blue matte. It's gonna be another material for those, and those. I am not going to change this. I might edit. Let's edit the UVs and get. Let's just get the eye, since the eyes are, I don't think it's gonna require a texture. I'm gonna kind of just shade that. I'm just gonna make the UVs there. There's gonna be the eye. That's gonna be that. It's not gonna need a texture. I'm gonna shade that with the material, so I'm good with that stuff. So let's move these guys over here. These guys are done. Let's check that we have everything the way we want it, and actually we don't. We want the helmet to have one subdivision, because I don't like to export my objects that small, that low to substance. These horns have it. Let's put it. Nah, it's right. It's right where it is. Actually, should maybe have this inside the helmet as well. So we just are doing the same thing. The mouth, does it have it? Yes, it does. Kind of seems a little bit coarse to me, but let's let's trust the system. Yeah, it's good. Why is there an edit here? Or is the position that I moved it to? Actually, we should put this edit inside, I guess. And the horns do have the subdivision. The eye doesn't need a subdivision, right? I'm just gonna give it one just for fun. And is there? Yeah, yes there is, but I don't really like it. I don't like to use that way of subdivisions, but yeah, there is. You can see. Let me put this guy here. If you go up here in the object mode, you can press actually Shift plus, like the plus symbol in the keyboard, and you can just have that there. But I don't like that actually. You can see now because it's weird. It's not doesn't work great actually. But yeah, you can see there is it's working. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. Maybe I'm just old. I don't want to use it, but I like to have my subdivisions in actual geometry. But yes, you can show that subdivisions there. Shift plus or minus will remove it. Yeah, you can do it at sub level, but I don't know why I always go back to that other level. But yeah, you can do it. I'm doing it here. You can do it anywhere. You just have to press it here in the viewport. But yeah, maybe I should start using it more. But again, I like to have my subdivisions in the geometry because I need the subdivisions. So let's remove that one. I don't know where there's an edit there. So this is the head. The cage doesn't. What are you talking about? The cage doesn't follow the mesh? Of course it does. It does. Look at that. It's the same as any other application, but I don't know. I don't use it much. Maybe just I need to use it more, I guess. So now that is perfect. Let's remove the quick shade. Now that it's ready for texturing. Woo! Oh, cool. So now the head it's actually ready for texturing. Let's just do a render of this just for fun. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm just gonna render this for fun with Redshift, of course. Let's create one RSM material for the metal and for the blue color. I'm gonna select the color from those horns. This is gonna be let's say lead, and let's do the material here. Select that material, metal, and copy this guy. put the blue there. Just for fun, let's see what happens here. Let's go down here, put a dumb light, and save and open the render view. And that's what we have. It's really small. Let me make this guy bigger, or just deselect the proxy resolution. The light dome, it's pretty bad. Why the hell is that happening? I don't know. My my panel is never showing. My Mixplorer is never showing now. Let's give it somewhere to be. I don't know. Something like that. Let's give it somewhere to be. Modern buildings. I don't want modern buildings to be draggable. I just want to load it. Let's use, that's not the one I was actually using. Hey, Christian. Let's use that one. You can see this is not subdivided, but we can actually, let me save that. We can actually, I'm gonna turn my fans on and fan control. Because whenever I'm rendering with Redshift, I turn on the fans. All right. I can just go Redshift, tessellation, enable tessellation, and there we go. Subdivisions. Woo! All right, that's looking good. That's looking all right. You can see there's a reference. We're not that far away, but we're not that close, which is, it's okay. I like what we have here. I like it. I like it. Yeah, subdivisions in Houdini previous versions was a little weird. Maybe that's why I haven't trusted it that much. But yeah, seems like it's working now in this version. So yeah, that's just one quick render. See what's happening there. Let's make the metal. Make it a little bit darker. A little bit more bluish. And yeah, we're getting there. You can see that's the reference. That's what we have right now. So I'm happy with this. I'm actually really happy. Let's move the camera a little bit. I just love that. Actually, that background fits Pekka. It's fitting. Cool. Alrighty. Well, I guess this is gonna be it for today. And you want it to be green? Why do you want it to be green? There you go, that's green. If you want it to glow, let's do it on the other material. If you want it to glow, you can go here to the emission, overall emission, and you can make this emission some color. Let's put it to cyan, and then turn on the emission, wait, and then you can do that. Let's make this a little bit darker. You can always use the convex shape in RVDs. What's new is the decomposing those. Actually, it's not convex. It's actually more than that. Let's try doing some fog. If I remember how. Where are you, fog? Attenuation. Let's add some fog. Fog height. Nah, it's not really working that great. Anyway, let's do the fog like bluish. Just having some fun here. Alright, so this is not affecting the fog. Right? No. Alright, now it's affecting the fog. Now it's really foggy. Too foggy. Alright, so we're done for today, I guess. Nah, I can't get the freaking effect I want. But anyway. Anyway, let's disable that. And alright, that's gonna be for today. Is there any question? Redshift is bias, Aron bias. The same way you subfracture to get better shapes. That's actually what it's new. So fracturing stuff to get the shapes like that. That's the tool. That is here in rigid bodies. Convex proxy. That's the one. If I do it for this head, actually, you can actually maybe see it here. Let's see convex proxy. Just try to do something here. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it won't work. There we go. It did work. So now you can see here. Here, bullet data. There, you can see. Let me hide this. Created different shapes to fit the model better. Different collision shapes. So that's what it does. It just breaks your object into smaller collision shapes to have it better collide better instead of just being one hole, or using the convex holes here. You can see here's the here's what happened is the convex decomposition. It's what's called. That's what it is. So it creates the setup for you, and it will just work. Most of the stuff they release, they always put shelf tools. There's also the sphere proxy, which creates spheres. I've used that before. You can see now it creates fills the collision shapes with spheres, and this is how you use that for collisions. I've used this before, which is great. I like it. I want to delete all that and this. All right, is there any other question? All right, well, that's it for today, guys. Hopefully I have some time during the week to finish the rest of P.E.K.K.A, because right now it looks like CRAP. But cool. It's nice. But now you know how to model and how to do the UVs. So just repeat for the rest of it, and we're good. Let's do material metal. Let's just see what it looks with all metal. Okay, cool. We have some work to be done here in the body. The arm, it's kind of done. The hand, it's kind of done. We did that last week. The hand is looking cool. You can see the hands are looking all right. So we need that, and then we need to do the body, the shoulder, the leg, and the feet, and the sword. Actually, we need the sword as well. And we can start texturing the whole thing, and then we go to rigging and animation and all of that stuff. Cool, right? I'm excited actually to do all that. Alrighty, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here another week. I'm really enjoying doing this. So I'm gonna finish it during the week, and we can start texturing next week, and we're gonna use Substance Painter for that, which is gonna be great. Will you do muscle sim? No, there's not gonna be any muscle simulation for this. There's just no need. This is just like solid cartoony characters. So no, we're not gonna do any muscles with that. Yeah, we can check the game tools. Maybe we can actually make this character, put it into Unreal. That would be fun. Exporting this guy into Unreal, making an environment for it, and play around in Unreal with this. Maybe we can do that. Yeah, sure. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. All right, guys. I will see you next week. We stream for almost 2 hours today, which is great. All right. I'm happy how it's P.E.K.K.A it's turning out. I will see you guys next week. See you. Have a great week. I'll see you guys later. Right? Bye-bye. Love you guys. You know I have to find that window, right? Here it is. My window that I used to stop the stream. Bye. Take care, everyone.